Ew, that is very zoomed in.
It's recording.
Is it really?
Oh,
Yep.
wow, it is.
Oh, hey guys.
That's fucking gay, dude. I'm not even in. Look, see?
You are now.
Oh, that backdrop actually came in handy for something.
Right.
Then we have
Alright,
this
so
thing.
this is going to be our money in
Close
the
the
bank.
fucking thing.
God, close this thing, asshole.
They can't see it.
We
can.
We can. Alright. So,
This is our Money in the Bank 2015 review.
it's a little bit late. We don't necessarily remember what's on the card.
I have it pulled up on screen. Pre-show. R-Truth versus King Barrett.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the pre-show.
Danny, did you watch it?
No.
R-Truth won. Next match. Maybe the actual card real quick. There's the Money in the Bank match.
Oh god, that's right. They started out with it. The Money in the Bank match, I enjoyed. Just kidding. Yeah. So the Money in the Bank match, it was quite exciting for like 3 seconds per minute. They had some really cool spots. There was a lot of spots that were used in last year's match, like Orton's RKO.
Yep.
How many times he did that, I don't know.
Reigns powerbombed a lot of people and jumped on a lot of people.
He really did, and that was kind of cool. I feel like they did that last year.
He was going to win.
And then Bray Wyatt.
Bray Dizzle. No, Bray Wyatt comes out and causes problems for Mr. Reigns here. So
that's gonna be another pointless feud that has nothing to do with anything.
Right, and Reigns is gonna go over there. So I guess Wyatt just puts everyone over.
Sheamus won.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck Shane.
Fuck Sheamus.
Yeah, he's my least favorite wrestler right now.
He's the most pointless wrestler ever. Like, what does he do?
He's Triple H's friend.
He's got gooey white tits. Irish, he'd stop winning matches.
Did you say Irish?
Yes, I did. Irish, he'd stop winning matches.
Puns. Alright, so...
That was very Clover of me, and by that I mean clever. Rating out of 5.
Look at his ugly face, his layer.
Rating out of 5, I'm gonna say,
Give it a 3.
2.5, 3, yeah.
Danny, can you count again?
-2.
Alright, so, Divas match.
Oh,
Divas match was actually rather entertaining.
I like Nikki Bella. Only no one else does because you're all a bunch of pale.
Not even
females.
Yeah.
You might as well just stay on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But, yeah, it was... They got a decent amount of time to do their thing, and I feel like they put on a decent show, and then, they tried to do the whole switcheroony, and for whatever reason, there was no disqualification for that, even though the ref figured it out. Instead, he was like, nope, match isn't over.
And then there's just Brie Bella with the whole... Not me, I swear!
Right, pulling shit out of her fucking bra.
She showed off. And she showed off her tattoo on her pussy. He was like, whoa. I have that there.
Oh, yeah? That's right. God, I wish I was that ref. I'll give that one a 3. I'd say it was better than the Money in the Bank match.
3. Yeah, it was.
I'll give it a 5.
5-star match. El Torito was God.
It's a 5-star match. I
Next we have the Intercontinental title match. Big Show defeating Ryback by disqualification.
What the fuck? That was the most... That was... I mean, there were some pretty pointless things that went on in this event. But that was a pretty pointless one.
That was boring.
Yeah, I mean... We get the big guy and the big guy out there to do a thing for a minute, and then The Miz is just going to come out and be like, I'm relevant. Miz.
The big spot happened on Raw anyways with the Shell Shock, so...
Yeah. Then we move on to Cena and Owens.
So it's a 1-star, right?
7.
3/4 star.
3/4 star. Okay.
Yeah, then we move on to John Cena and Kevin Owens, and I mean, there was a lot of cool spots in it. It was
better than Elimination Chamber, I'd say. Not the ending, of course, but
right. They went back and forth. That match was almost as long as the Money in the Bank match.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was. I think Cena going over was the right move, especially with how they played it off at the end with Owens powerbombing him, making him look strong. So it's like Cena just doesn't get his win back without having to have some kind of consequences to it. I think we're gonna see Owens take the title at Battleground finally.
Agreed.
I've never been invested in a story like this either. It's really nice because everyone else is just kind of like randomly being paired into feuds, and it's like, hey, look, an actual story I can get behind.
Right. Then we move on to the primetime
stars.
Stars. 4.5.
4.5.
1.
Alright.
Then we move on to the primetime players defeating the New Day.
The black people won.
It was black on black crime.
But Baltimore was the whole payback
We
thing.
weren't in Baltimore.
They weren't in Baltimore. St.
Paul.
Paul.
Are we sure we weren't in Charleston, Virginia?
Were they?
They might have been, because that's where the shooting happened.
Were they really? No, they weren't.
It'd be really funny if they were.
I swore this clip took place in Ohio.
If it did, that's fine, but whatever. I kind of wish it was Charleston.
Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Well, primetime players won, but they got stuck with the crap spot after the crowd was already burnt out from...
Well, there goes us for a second.
There goes the New Day's push up in smoke.
It's not even real. It's only smoke and mirrors.
I'm really glad to see the primetime players
$millions
get the win. I feel like they deserve it.
They deserved it like a year and a half ago when they were actually
Relevant.
Yeah.
Right. But
I want to see rainbow belts.
me too. We asked the in the rope show about that.
Yeah, let's bring them up in here.
Yep.
We're plugging you. We're plugging you. Thank you for plugging us.
Yes.
I plugged myself into the outlet.
So before we get to the main event, which is Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, we are going to slow you guys down and plug in the rope show.
And Heel Steven.
And Heel Steven, of course. They are very good channels. They post quality content.
Well, who the fuck is watching our stuff right now?
They are.
Us?
They are. Yeah,
They are.
They're going to give us a shout out, so we're going to have a lot more followers. And we thank you both for that.
We're going to have like 10 more people.
Let's
Whoa,
see. Just to like plug a few people in the rope show, OK Fabe and Heel Steven, along with a lot of other people.
Yeah,
The reason I
Harvick
started
Fan
doing this.
767, you're a beast, you're cool.
That's him. That's his
What are you
other
talking
channel.
about? That's...
Yeah, people like in the rope show and Wrestling Jesus.
Smart Busters can suck on my dick.
Well, I was actually going to include them in the reason why I wanted to start doing this, because they're all funny as hell, and they're all great channels, and I want to thank them all.
But Smarks are gay.
I don't have a problem with them.
I do. They're just a bunch of fruits. They're fruitier than a fruit basket.
As you can see, we don't exactly agree on things all the time, but that's okay, because we're mid-card madness, and mid-carders don't agree on things. They're angry because they don't get pushed.
Right. I mean, do you have any idea how long I've been waiting to at least get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship? But no, the big guy and the Big Show get the fucking title match. And what? It was...
What do you give the Primetime Players match anyways, like 2 stars? I'd say?
I'd say 2.5.
It would have been much better had they not have been given the shit spot, which is right after the big match.
I give it 6.
Yeah, that's fair, I'd say. I got a good 6 out of 5, 110%. You know, math doesn't add up exactly, but you don't have to be good at math when you're 4 black guys in the ring.
On to the main event.
Not really,
No, on to the main event.
Alright, fine. To the main event, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose.
Ooh, I want to talk about this one real quick. So it went on for 35 minutes, and I just want to say, like, back in 2000, a lot of the TLC matches set the precedent for what ladder matches are supposed to be and how dangerous spots they are. And it's nice to see a ladder match that's methodical and long-paced. Like, this reminded me of WrestleMania 10 with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, where it wasn't about crazy spots. It was about what can you do with a ladder without jumping off of it. And it was really nice to see Rollins working the leg like a heel and seeing Ambrose actually sell the leg injury, which wrestlers don't do anymore. You know, I'm not a Bret Hart guy.
How does one sell a leg injury? Get your leg injury here.
Well, I guess if you pay him enough. But no, like, I'm not a big Bret Hart guy. I really disagree with a lot of the things he says, but one of the things I agree with most is that he said in modern wrestling, wrestlers don't sell their injuries anymore. They just get right back up after they're getting hurt, and it's really nice to see 2 people...
John Cena.
Well, yeah, it's really nice to see 2 people, like, the psychology, and I hate using that term because it's fucking wrestling. It's scripted, but they had really good psychology tonight.
They really did. They worked well together. I mean, these guys, they've got chemistry. Obviously, them being in the Shield, they were NXT. I think they did they do indies together?
I believe so. Well, Yeah, I'm
They
just
were in
gonna.
FCW. No,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
they
so
were in
they've got
FCW.
chemistry.
Well, I mean, Rollins took the Ring of Honor route, and Dean Ambrose took the CZW route, so they weren't together, but they were with a lot of other people who have been.
Yeah. So these guys, I feel like we were in good hands for this match. They've got chemistry. They can choreograph things very well, and they did. The finish was just kind of like a what the hell. I mean, it kind of reminded me of the Intercontinental match where I don't even remember who was on top of the ladder, but they dropped it. And
TLC 09.
Swagger, Ziggler, and like two
Kingston.
others.
No, it was Swagger, Ziggler, and Kingston. 2009 TLC.
So basically, an Oreo.
But no, I think my favorite part about this, or what was I going to say with this? You see, made me lose my train of thought because I had something great to say.
I was talking about the chemistry of Rollins and Ambrose, the finish.
Oreo.
Oh yeah, the finish. It's funny how I mentioned that, like, how good they were selling. Yeah, the one part that I disagree with is Ambrose sold the injury great the entire match. Then he gets, like, demolished and murdered with, like, 3 power bombs on ladders and tables and chairs and shit, and he just gets right back up. So it's like, given, yeah, he sold really well the whole match, but that one little instance at the end is really questionable.
But that's just pure determination. He didn't want to let Rollins win.
Right. Although then again, if Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan never happened, you got Germaned 80 times and put him in the yes lock, I guess that's pure determination too.
Yeah. That match was somewhere between 3 3/4 and 4.
I give it a 4. Just because of how good they did with the story. And Rollins won without interference for once.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
I'll give it a 0.5.
A half a star?
Yep.
How come?
Because I'm going against you guys. Every time you guys give a match 5, I give it a 0.
Alright, well, what if we say it's mediocre?
Then I give it a 5.
What if we say it's a 3? Because you can't exactly, unaverage that.
I would minus it by 3.
So you give it a 0?
I would give it a -1.
He's like the New Day. He can't do math.
Right.
So this pay-per-view as a whole, so we had, not counting the pre-show, we had 6 matches. We had 2 really good ones, and the rest were kind of
terrible.
Well, I mean, the Big Show versus Ryback was a terrible match. I don't know. I'd give
it was just a boring pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, Sheamus took the fucking Money in the Bank, and who wants to see Sheamus?
Triple H.
Honestly, if you're a Sheamus fan, I'd like you to let us know because
Ginger Kid.
Yeah, what do you guys like about Sheamus?
What is there to like about Sheamus?
His skin color's not like mine.
I don't think he's that bad in the ring, but he's just so uninteresting.
He's even boring in the ring now, though.
Right. But he doesn't do
Fat
anything.
hair and...
Yeah. He does like his Irish cereal.
I don't know, he can put on good matches every now and then, but it's like
Every
I
now
don't
and
want to
then.
see him. But I don't want to see him.
And
Like,
Baker's his cousin.
like at first I thought about the idea of Sheamus
Baker.
Lesnar, and it's like, while that match would be cool in the ring, the idea of it just sounds really crappy.
I feel like if they did it at a live event or something like that, like they're doing on the 4th, with Sheamus and...
Lesnar, live
Brock
event,
Lesnar
in the same
and
sentence.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, why is that happening? I don't know, I asked in the Rope Show that. Maybe they'll answer it in their Q&A.
Who knows? So yeah, one more time, we're just going to plug in the Rope Show. We're going to plug Heel Steven, and I guess Michael really wants to.
Videos. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, we are back making videos and
I feel like
getting erection. So
Well, pay-per-view as a whole, what are you giving it out of 10? I give it a 6.
out of 10, 6 is pretty fair.
Come on, Danny, one more 6. We need it.
5.5.
Okay, well, if it's any consolation, the total at Little Caesars came up to 9/11. So.
Yeah, that was funny. We went to Little Caesars the other day. We went there 5 minutes ago, not even. And all I asked for is a pepperoni pizza and crazy bread. And they're like, 9/11. And it took me a good second to realize that they were talking about my total. Shows you where my brain's been. In one tower and out the other.
Who's Ryan Clark? Because he's the first name under the references here on Wikipedia.
He's Money in the Bank attendance.
Oh, okay.
He was in attendance. So anyways, after all of this, John Cena versus Kevin Owens is the only story I actually give a fuck about.
After all, the rise and fall,
technically,
you are not worth my time. I'm calling it quits right now.
I am involved in the storyline of the Divas because, what did you do?
Shia LaBeouf almost screamed.
Do it! Do it!
Okay,
Just do it!
I'm very involved in the Divas storyline. Did you know Alicia Fox is a part of the...
What's going on? I don't know whose video this is either. It just popped up on my phone. I just checked my phone and this happened. That's my opinion with pushing Owens.
Oh, where did it go?
I don't know.
Find it and share it with me.
Anyways, how do you want to wrap up this video?
Very carefully.
Like this.